Welcome back to Let's Play Capo 2. Man, I've been recently playing a old PS2 game called, what was it called again? Shadows of Memories, I think it is. And it's kind of drawn my entire attention. And I'm like going through all the endings trying to, I've only got like 2 of them so far. And having to record, I'm just like, do I have to, man? It's so tedious. It's just like, it's either like I'm recording and just be like, yeah, I'm up for recording, or it's just like, oh, I have to because it will break the pattern of the schedule. So let's do this. And the bird chirps along as always. This better be interesting, Aunt May. I was playing another game. It's fine. What can I do for you? To conveniently make it so that it's, well, maybe it's also plot related as well, but it's probably more to do with Yume and Yoshiki spending quality time glaring at each other. Going away on a trip or something. Plot-wise, there's a lot of good things going on, but we're not going to tell you about that. Oh, they looked like she was being vague to avoid having to lie outright. You want me to keep an eye on her? It's not that I don't want to, but looking at how things have been between me and Yume lately, I don't think she'll let me take care of her just like that. It's not that I can't, I just don't really feel confident about. This bird, for most of the day, didn't really just like go chip 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 chip. But as soon as I record, he's down to chirp and chirp and chirp. They'll never get to finish a sentence, man. The bird will chirp within every single sentence. Watanabe's serious face was starting to look worried. She kept raising her eyebrows while thinking. Okay, I got it, I'll take care of her. Watanabe looked instantly relieved as she heard me say that. Yeah, I'll give it my best shot. So, when will you guys be coming back? Conveniently wrap up the plot of this route within that time. A week, huh? They must be going pretty far away. Roger that. I was feeling a bit anxious about it, of course, but I tried to do the best I could. I really couldn't leave Yume alone either. Birds and stuff, Oh, she's gone on a trip with Junichi-san and Sakura-san, so I have to take care of Yume. Akane and Anzu both exaggerated their reactions. How predictable. Come on, guys, me and Yume grew up as siblings. Nothing's gonna change that after all this time. Bullshit! Of course. What's with that deep sigh? Well, it's something I have to deal with. I should probably get her to forgive me, otherwise this week is going to be spent on a bed of thorns. Yeah, I'm just thinking there, just like, with all the dare or whatever the hell pronunciation is, I always just forget the pronunciation on it. But I'd think a bed of thorns would suit the yandere boys, just be like, I don't even know why I thought that. With a tussler in there or whatever, it's more of a kind of love-hate thing, isn't it? It's like, I don't know really how to describe it, but with yandere, it's love, but to a psychotic extent. Connie, don't just drag people along, Coco might be busy, you know. Coco's hands were flailing about as she blushed. Ah, that's true. It might be awkward, but it's a chance to make up with her. If we stay under the same roof, I'll have more opportunities to try. I really need to take my chances with this. It's like if things kept being like this between me and Yume. For some reason, I feel like something's been missing since that day. That's right, because we're siblings. I really have to make up with her. He always says that. Every time he's like, well, we're siblings. Wow, not blood related, but the fact that he keeps saying that just really bugs me. The first day back is finally over. I'd finally been liberated from the terror of the classes when a bird chirped at me. I heard Wataru's voice. Sorry, don't play video games, don't do anything really, because I'm Yoshiyuki, I don't do things. Wow, he does things, but it's usually just like, kind of, wow, window shopping with girls, and, cooking, and, sitting around, and, generally not doing all that much, essentially, but whatever, I've got to start heading home now, and get a head start on making dinner. See, there's the cooking right there. If I don't hurry, they'll sell out the main ingredient. Is it a bird? There's a discount time sale at the supermarket, and if I don't get there before all the old ladies, they'll buy up every last thing there. Why don't you tag along? The eggs are 58 yen per pack, and there's a limit of 1 per person, so it'd be really nice of you if you did. Let's see, I'll boil the konnyaku, the ramen, and the eggs. Maybe I should put the konnyaku in first. While those are in the pot, I've got to finish preparing the daikon radishes. Turning my head, I saw Yume eyeing me suspiciously. Oh, welcome home, Yume. Can't you tell just by looking? I'm making dinner. Today I'm making a special Sakurai Yoshiyuki Yodin. This is way better than the crap they sell at the store. For an instant, Yume looked really surprised. Because a bird told him to. Well, Junichi-san and Otne left today, right? It's dangerous for a girl to stay on her own. So, while they're out, I'll be here to take care of you. Well, of course, if anything happened to you, I'd be devastated. So would the bird. Seriously, this bird is trying to get in on the commentary all the time, isn't he? Or she, I don't know what gender it is. Yeah, I figured I might as well, see? They even brought clothes and stuff. I pointed at the bags I had dropped off on the living room floor. Sofa. Happy. Yeah, I guess so. Yume was restlessly twirling her hair around her index finger. It looked like she was softening up a little. Maybe she was already cheering up. Well, they told me and asked me to make sure you were doing well.
お姉ちゃんに頼まれたから来たんですか?
There you go again, Yoshiki! Well, there may be truth in it. You freaking just don't pick up on the signs that she's always like, oh, it's always on the this and that, never me. It's always her. Why? Don't you understand, you fool? No, well, that's part of it, of course, but that wasn't the only reason.
私、食欲ないから。
You blew it, man. You blew it again. Yume turned around as she muttered that. Hey, Yume, wait a sec. Yume ignored me, walking up the stairs and shut herself up in her room again. And it seemed like it was going so well too. But then you said the O word. I guess it won't be that easy. Oh well, it's just the first day. I'll have a bunch of chances to make up with her, so right now I have to focus on finishing the Odin. As the food kept simmering in the pot, the bird kept chirping, I tried to come up with a plan. And the bird has a plan as well. It's to chirp and chirp throughout the probably majority of this recording. Rustle, rustle, clink, and chirp. What was that? I woke up because I heard some strange sounds. It reminds me of another game. I haven't actually played it, but I only just got it recently. Game called Scratches. I think I might have mentioned it in a previous recording. It's a pretty interesting game, and just like with all waking up with strange sounds, just like, what, is he in the game now? There's scratching noises. Wait, where am I? My bed felt a bit different than usual. As my eyes got used to the darkness, an unfamiliar room came into view. Oh, that's right. I was staying over at the Asakura house. Rustle, rustle. There were some sounds coming from the kitchen. Could it be burglar? I caught up and snuck off to the kitchen as fast as I could. You are an idiot because it's totally Yume. I could see a shady figure sneaking around in the kitchen. Hey! Yume jumped up in surprise. This scene reminds me of Makoto in Canon. I remember a scene where Yuichi did a similar thing. Only difference is, Yoshiki was too dense to realize it was Yume, while Yuichi knew all along. In her hand, she held a bowl of Odin. I guess he got hungry like a little bear coming out of hibernation. Oh well, I'll reheat it for you. It won't be tasty if it's cold, will it? Yeah, pass me that bowl. I put some heat under the Odin bowl and waited for it to start simmering. Even during that time, Yume said nothing. But despite the fact that she was staying quiet, at least she wasn't running away. Before long, the delicious smell of Odin started spreading through the kitchen. That should be okay. Here you go, Yume. I put a serving of Odin in a bowl and held it out to Yume. Yume was hanging her head as if she'd been caught doing something bad and started eating the Odin. You know what surprised me is she hasn't given us that glare in quite some time. I mean, it's been absent for... It's just like... It feels underwhelming. I've said Yoshiki is dense more than she is glared. There should be a Yoshiki's dense counter rather than the glare, but I can't be asked to switch it, you know. Actually, she did look a bit like a tiny wild animal, she. As I watched Yume huff and puff at her food before taking little bites, I couldn't help but smile. Wow, I can smell something really delicious. Stimulating my stomach to smell forced me out of bed. The lag on the music there, it's like a freaking bell or an alarm. Do, 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 do. Did Otne come home and prepare breakfast? No, you dumbass, it's clearly Yume's cooking. She's probably improved. But didn't she say she'd be away for a while? After sitting up and rubbing the sleep from my eyes, I noticed a steaming hot plate of bacon and eggs on the table in front of me. Crisply fried bacon and eggs. This must be where that smell's coming from. There were 2 slices of white bread in the toaster too. I mean, of course Otney wasn't back. So then Yume prepared this breakfast. I guess she wanted to thank me for yesterday or something. It looked like Yume had already left the house too. She could have said something before she left. No courtesy, really. With a little smile, I toasted the bread and ate it with the egg and bacon. The eggs were a bit burnt, but it seemed like Yume had gotten better at cooking. I'd really like to try it when she makes some slightly more complicated food. While thinking about that, I started getting ready to go to school. As I've said before in the past, the most complicated thing I think I've ever made food-wise is spaghetti bolognese, and it was pretty spot on. Alrighty then. Morning classes were over and it was finally lunchtime. But wait, no, that was breakfast. I wonder what I should eat today. I don't really feel like cafeteria food, so maybe I should buy some. Akane called out to me just as I was about to leave the classroom. Did you want something? Anzu and Coco nodded in agreement. I suddenly got a really bad feeling. Didn't I have lunch with you guys yesterday? They just want to troll you some more. I'm just afraid of how I'll have to compensate you for that. That was just the same thing 3 times over. No, Akane, though that usually happens right at the end of the routes. Though it's not shown because edit that out. Inappropriate for YouTube. That's the thing with visual novels. They're very story driven, but they just like have those scenes. It kind of feels out of place at times, you know? Sometimes, fair enough, but it still makes it feel awkward nonetheless. Are you high? I told you yesterday it just isn't going to be like what you're hoping it will. That sounds exactly what I'd imagine a troll would say. Man, you guys. I mean, they're literally like, your tears of despair, they are so delicious. Although I don't think they're quite dickish enough for that, honestly. It's more of just like minor kind of nuisances. Anything like extreme, like something depressing happens, they actually take it a bit more seriously instead of being dicks. You know, this right here, when she said this, for some reason I ran thought, who the we never hear anything about Akane at all. We don't know about her family or anything. We've learned about everyone else. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Family-wise, what characters have we learned? I know we learned of Amikaze's origins, Anzu's, and Coco's. I don't think we've actually ever seen their parents or anything like that. but I'm unsure about the Naka. I can't really remember. But whatever.
議題が決まったところで急ぎましょう。早くしないと席がなくなっちゃうわ。
Heck, now that I think about it, we've even had the class president's kind of backstory. But not Akane, just completely ditched, as far as I can remember. I suppose she'd have, like, on the kind of expansion ones, I suppose, would probably go more into detail with that. But not in this one. Having said that, they grabbed me by the arms and dragged me out to the cafeteria. Hey, wait, my life isn't some variety show. Let me go! Ah!
ジタバタしない。予習期の過程からスキャンダル要素を除いたら一体何が残るっていうの？そうだよ。せっかくだから三角四角五角関係になってドロドロの修羅場を演じてくれなきゃ。
Do you really think I'm going to let you set me up for that? I really felt like having lunch alone today. I said in a ridiculously silly way. I tried to resist, but in the end I was abducted and taken to the cafeteria.
それで、本当のところ、ユメさんとは仲直りできたの？
Akane questioned me with her huge lunch sitting in front of her. Nope, haven't gotten anywhere. It's pretty much the same as yesterday.
でも、接触はあったんでしょ？
Well, a bit, but I haven't had a chance to talk to her really. And when I woke up today, she'd already gone to school.
そうなんだ。よっぽど怒ってるのかな、ユメちゃん。
I don't know, rather than being angry, it looks to me...
言うよりも？
Their voices synchronized perfectly. Man, these guys, they sure can't hide their curiosity. Kyoko seemed embarrassed and suddenly looked down at the table.
ね、言うよりも何？
I don't know how to put it. It kinda looks like she's avoiding me on purpose for some completely different reason. It just doesn't feel like she's angry about the broken promise anymore. No shit, she's pissed off that you just don't get it. You know, the Vocaloid song, I think it's, yeah, Rin song, Melancholic. I think of that song now when it comes to Yume, because if I remember the lyrics translation, it literally, like, part of the chorus is saying something about I don't get you at all. Just like, that sums this up a bit. You dense fool. Anzu and Akane suddenly looked at each other while nodding. What's wrong?
別に。ちょっと驚いただけ。で、その他の理由とやらに目星はついたの？
I don't have a single clue about that. Dense.
だよね。それでこそヨシユキくんだし。
In freaking deed. What's that supposed to mean?
ヨシユキが鈍感だって言ってるの。
I'm trying to think of another kind of... a slowpoke, a slowbro, a slowking... You know, actually what is slower out of those three Pokemon now that I think about it? But essentially, yes, I agree with you, he's very slow on that. If you guys are gonna be like that, then why... then do you know why Yume is avoiding me?
まあ、大体のところは。
Delay? My voice just went high-pitched there, didn't it? Delay? All three of them looked at each other as if they all knew what it was. And I also looked like I also knew as well, because it's pretty freaking obvious! Wait, for real? If you know, then please tell me! It's not how it works, Yoshiyuki. It doesn't matter if you really are this incredibly dense person, nobody's gonna tell you shit.
それはできないそうだね。教えてあげてうまくいったら尺だもん。ねえ、どうして私に振るのかな？それはねえ。
Yeah, I really don't understand what they're talking about. Yesterday it was sucker, son. Totally, today it's these guys. I wish they'd stop making me depressed. In the end, they wouldn't tell me no matter how many times I asked, and I just kept feeling uneasy all afternoon.